Man, Cassius music, such a vibe. Or I guess the home screen for whoever, right? One sec, and I'll be right with you. Alright, let's increase the sound here a little bit, and then let's do our usual introductions, our hellos, our greetings. So let's get that music, that Cassius pumping a little, you know? Alright, let's see who's already here. Alright, we got ourselves Atari, Clown 6507, Honkai Club, Craven, Cotton Pudding, 826842, what's up, what's up? Thomas Wieser, Einstein, Buddha, Gugu, Love Linley, Lush Castle, yo, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Jonathan, GBK, Villa Roma, Jinxie, Enchemist, ICNX, 41MZ, Dan Metalcore, that's a nice name. Feno Plays, Nofal Suquafilla 6388, yo, yo. Vima, Nisa Miharu, Ava 14, It's Jello, NecoCat. Yo, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. We are ready for another day of farming. 5 days is all that's left for Shizuru. And I gotta be honest with you. Hey, Hakim and Tush. I gotta be honest with you. I thought we were getting information sooner. Yo, Emmerich. Like, I really thought we were gonna get something either today or tomorrow. But apparently, the only information we're going to get is everything about Shizuru the day before she releases. The only thing we're going to get is a full reveal of how the new event works and probably Shizuru's complete kit the day before she releases. I don't know, right? Like, I feel like you could do a little bit more marketing, right? Maybe you reveal like a character showcase like 2 or 3 days before like the full reveal stream. Hey, could still happen, but it looks like the only information of Shizuru related content we get will happen the day before the Shizuru goes live, yeah. So that's gonna be interesting, and yes, we will live stream it, I think. We have to see if it's gonna be as much of a interesting experience as last time. We'll definitely watch party that whole thing. And then, obviously, for those of you that won't tune in there, I'll take my time, put it all together, call it like a Shizuru review, go over all the patch notes, all this stuff. You know the deal, right? If you're looking for CZN information, there's no better place. Yo, Ralph, what's up? Bulaz, welcome, welcome. Nimero, it's a pleasure to have you. Alrighty, so, yeah, into the chaos we go. As always, if there's anything you need to know, want to know, feel free to ask. I am here to answer any and all questions. While on the side, we are just going to be mainly looking again for... So, the progress we made since yesterday, or I think the day... Was yesterday the first day we farmed this? No, might have been the day before. But we found ourselves a really good Luke deck. There's only one problem. That Luke deck is fucking expensive. So, now we need to find a way to either get another Luke deck, get a Cassius deck that somehow gives us AP, or build a Mika so that we can afford to play all our Luke cards in one single turn. You decide to bite the bullet today and start to play Raid Shadow Legends? Alright. Hey, if you wanna play Raid, have fun. Have fun at it. Alright. Do we know if Shizuru is a DPS? Not quite. We don't know how the kit works. She could be sub DPS, but everything points towards her being a DPS, yes. My god room with the no, I got it when I was trying to clear difficulty 9, diff 9, diff 12, 3 initial Echo of Sorrow and 1 instant judgment extra attack. No. So close. Or so far. Or everything the way it's meant to be. So many questions. So I think we're actually gonna retire Veronica for now and run Mika, so that we could get either a good Mika deck, a good Cassius deck, or a good Luke deck out of this. And any of these would actually help us. So let's just make sure that, yep, everything looks in order. Here we go. Chizuru's gonna create curse cards. Hey, it would make sense, right? We did have a look at the item yesterday, the mutagenic wave amplifier that currently doesn't seem to have a proper use, you could say. Yo, Chrissy, what's up? Oh no, Chris67, I read it as Chrissy, my fault. So we're still building Luke or Casius and Mika. If I can get a 0-cost rapid fire, right? It doesn't matter if it's the retrieve version or the 3-shooter, but if I can get a 0-cost rapid fire, I build Luke. If I can't, I try to get out of it a Mika or Casius deck. What happened to the Rin build? I finished my build of Ray, but I would still have to go and get that AP epiphany on Rin. Though for now I really just want to finish off one project before then going back and revisiting that one. So let's see, that's a double question mark. No combination. Alright, this is a give angle. Maybe Shizuru like can both create debuff cards. Yeah, something like that. I got level 50 Luke, but potential is not yet built. Would that suffice for a run? Probably not if he's your only DPS. Is Luke's E2 still good without his partner, and which 3 or 4 star you can use? Yeah, Luke can absolutely work without his partner. And if you had to use a card... if you had to use a partner, I would probably go with... Like, depending on your crit rate. If your crit rate is like around 30%, you can still go with a card. But if your crit rate is like 50% plus already, I would maybe even go with the bunny girl. Just for more damage potential. But Yuki, the 3-star partner, is also pretty damn good. In that Yuki's just really strong. Like the 2 card draw for 3 ego cost is actually quite nuts. Yo, a late stream WG, what's the time? That's 07, it's in Singapore. For me, it's 5 PM. We're currently 5 PM, so we are getting towards the evening hours of the day, but by no means a late night stream or anything of that, yeah, anything the like, huh? You tried Chaos Runs yesterday night with Orlea, Selena Rinne, that was tedious. Oh, absolutely, right? Like there's... Orlea truly shines with specific epiphanies. Right? Like, if Orlea can get specific epiphanies and if you can get her deck thinner, you're cooking. Otherwise, it could get a little clunky, depending on your deck rotations and like overall hand RNG. Do you think it's worth to get Antea as a partner for Shizuru, or is just take Nyx? Just take Nyx because... Oh! Sad. So, just take Nyx because the battle pass ends when Shizuru comes out. So you can then just, if you still decide to, level the battle pass to 30 again and then buy Antea for Shizuru. Or go with Nyx first, and then for the next time the battle pass comes around, you'll have an... yeah, a more open choice. Huh? The Shizuru showcase will be 7 hours ago on Tuesday. 7 hours ago on Tuesday. So whatever that is in your local time. I mean, we go with the Divine one, but it's not a very good one, which means this Luke is definitely not a Luke deck that I would build. So we're looking for a Casius or a Mika deck here. Hit the Luke button. Yes, if you want to, hit the Luke button. That would help. Would greatly help out the stream. Clearly. All right. Oh, another shot. Pew. Oh. Unfortunately, like I would really like to get like a godly 1 AP on the exhaust for 3. That'd be great. What's the optimal in the Helium Epiphany? All godly epiphanies are the same. The optimal epiphany for rapid fire is 0 cost. Yeah, that's just the most optimal rapid fire godly epiphany you can find. Either for the 2, for the retrieve, or for the triple shooter, it's rapid fire, it's 0 cost. What's the best strategy to beat the level 10 Wailing Prodigy weekly boss? The most impressive, the most visually interesting one is to build a turn 1 deck to beat him, but the most solid strategy is just bring a bunch of multi-hitters so you can reduce his hunger stack, so multi-hitters over single hitters, and just try to build a deck that can consistently dish out like, I don't know, maybe like 6k damage per turn, and then at some point he'll just fall over. But yeah, no, units that go really well against the boss are Mei Lin, Luke, Kayron, Tressa. Tressa's really good. If you don't know what to do, just build a Tressa Agony build. Rin, you can absolutely use against the boss. Renoa goes quite nuts against the boss as well. And I do find it impressive that we already got 2 godly epiphanies before this fight here really has even started. So surely that must mean something good. Not that we picked both godly epiphanies, but we at least did get them. Beryl owns Judas. Retain Beryl would also own the weekly boss, yes. What's the best Kayron card combo? The best Kayron cards are the ones that create the most amount of utilities, and then the best thing you can do is use either Kayron's ultimate, Kayron's E3, which is obviously a long stretch, or Kayron's partner to just get rid of as many futilities as possible, while I also like the synergy between a raise, exhaust to exhaust futilities, and then deck search for like kind of his big black, not black hole, but you know the other one, like this annihilation card finisher. But yeah, no, the way for Kayron is to find as many futilities as possible, exhaust as many as possible, and then start scaling into the strongest black hole. Is there a way to know the copy event? I don't think there is, but the general assumption we're currently working under is that it might be the events where there's like these crystals on the ground, if that makes sense. So we did get a good Shizuru source of water, but I think we continue working on Casius for now, because Casius could still have a chance to get something nice. I have 4 copies of Snack Time Search Void from Lab 0. Damn. But see, the thing is, the more snack times you have, the more important it is for you to also have cards that you can exhaust with snack time. So that means you might actually be better off running her together with decks that actually have like dead cards, right? Because you can only truly make use of snack time if you can also exhaust something that doesn't like ruin your whole game plan. Are we gonna see VG on the special Shizuru livestream on December 2nd? I don't think so, but you are going to see us having a look at the special livestream when it happens on December the 2nd. Unless they send me a DM later today and be like, hey, so you were meant to be on the livestream, but no, not to my knowledge. Hey, no, they'll be fine. They'll do better, right? Surely they've figured out that the last livestream was a bit chaotic, and now they have like a proper timeline, and they have like people there, and it's gonna be super good, right? It's gonna be super good, and even if it won't, at least we'll be there to have some fun. How important is it to unlock this third option on the scale thing at the start? It opens up a lot more strategies because it can have something super powerful like remove 2 at the start of your run. It is very helpful, but you also unlock more shop chances and the like. So I would say it's like a 7 to an 8 on the priority list in terms of helping you build really good decks. Oh, I shouldn't have shuffled. Should have just kept using the devil dice. Ah, we're fine. Do you prepare for Shizuru? The only thing I'm preparing for Shizuru at the moment is I'm doing a lot of void potential farming. I think I have around 90 golden crystals if I start converting my blue ones. So that's my main way of preparing for Shizuru, you could say. And that is through getting a copious amount of void potential. And then maybe for like the next couple of days I could see myself play the void dungeon to get the void gear set. To potentially get like a good Shizuru out of it. Because I think the chances are decently high that yeah, it has something to do with each other, right? Shizuru and the void set. Do you think Shizuru will finally create Satan's Amon's curse cards as a mechanic? Yeah, she'll probably create them in your deck as well, because otherwise I can't really see any purpose whatsoever in that one item. In that one chaos item, the mutagenic wave amplifier. You love my Karen already max potential, but you like Shizuru's design? Just because they are the same type, and just because they are the same... Like, just because they're the same class and same element doesn't mean you have to stop using them. Keep in mind, at the minimum, even if both are main DPS, you just run one of them in Team 1 for Hyperspace Basin and the other one in Team 2. The same should be true for the next game mode. The... Oh, Remnants of a Failure. The next game mode, the... nice, 18. The whatever score game mode that we unlock on Wednesday, right? We're not quite sure how it works, but we'll find out all about it when it is time to do so. Can I still get a good Casius deck out of this? No. Can I still get a crazy Mika deck out of this? Maybe. Like, Mika doesn't need much. We just want to get like a bunch of sources of water to just gain a bunch of AP. We already missed the Godly Epiphany on Casius. So we kind of see what the Forbidden Tunnel has for us, and then depending on the result we might just bounce. The Great Rift, yeah. Ooh. That could actually go quite hard on a Mika. Because if we just use... Yeah, this could go really well. If we could copy the source of water, put that on the Mika deck, and then put that together into our Casius, like together with our Casius deck that we already have, that's really good at like cycling out of cards and discarding cards and pulling them again, we could gain a lot of AP and a lot of draw with this. It's only 4 days till Shizuru now. I mean, seeing as how today is a Friday, it goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So you could technically say on the 5th day, huh? And it depends on how you count it, huh? But it's semantics. It really is. They gotta change the stress option Forbidden Tunnel. Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever for them to improve that. That's true. Still don't know for sure what to farm for Shizuru's potential. See, the thing is, why argue against the official website, right? Like, sure, you could be like, it's just a diversion. It's just for them to, like, play a prank on the player base. But why would they do that, right? Like, why would you go to a character? You see Yuki, you have the green border, right? Even for these other characters here that we don't know anything about yet, like Euphina, we already know she's going to be Order, most likely. You can see Naja, and she has orange cards, so she's going to be Instinct. And then here we have Shizuru, and she has purple cards, right? So why would you... Like, it wouldn't really make sense, right? Like, why would the devs go out of their way to have the element on the official website displayed be wrong? I don't know. It just doesn't seem very likely. It wouldn't be scummy. It's not like we're entitled to anything. It would just be a little... It would just be a little weird, right? You'd go like... Okay, why? Right? Like... I mean, it's like, okay, sure, but what's the point, you know? But it definitely wouldn't be scummy. It's not like we're entitled to having Shizuru be a void character. How much you got paid by YouTube? What kind of question is this? I wanted to be Passion, but she's going to be Void. Yep, there's a lot of people that wanted to be Passion. That's very true, and I still don't get why. Like, you already got Maylin and Veronica. Like, come on. Come on, like, leave some for the rest of us. We need a third Passion for a better Maylin. Then just use Maribel, use Selena. Make it happen. Like, it's not like she's gonna be a healer, so no matter what, how is that, how would a third Passion... Like, I don't even know if we want the third Passion that does the same thing that Veronica does, just better. I don't know. I don't know if we truly want that. Would you recommend building Luke at E0? How big of an impact is the E2? Okay, so if I had to describe it, I would say the E2 is very important in getting ease of use out of him for Chaos, right? Like, getting the extra bullets during the Chaos run, it can really come in clutch sometimes. But the less turns you play with your Luke, like for example, it doesn't make a difference if your Luke is E0 or E2 for like his one-shot combo, right? If you're playing one-shot combo Luke, you're going to be able to do the one-shot combo even if he's E0. It doesn't make a difference. But during a Chaos, it can be helpful to get these extra bullets every time you play 3 bullets. Yeah, like during a Chaos, it can be good quality of life, but it doesn't mean that you need it, and otherwise you wouldn't be able to succeed in Chaos. Celine follow up and Mark build go bonkers with Maylin. Yeah, she has some really good interactions with her and other Passion characters. Absolutely. What should I do if I keep getting the terrible epiphany plus gear / run? Quit early and rerun so I finish the Chaos? Quit early. Like, if you are looking for the more specific the build that you're looking for, the earlier you should quit if something doesn't go accordingly. Like, if you're looking for a very specific Maylin one-shot build, if you don't get the right move epiphany on her unity of attack and defense, why continue, right? Like, it's just more time efficient. Hey man, love the CCN content, want to start streaming too. Do you have any advice? I don't know, try to make things interesting? I have no idea. Just do you. Just do you. Alright, so we have this guy right here. What can we do against the guy? Let's hope we get enough Maylin, enough cards from other characters so we can play out our Luke cards. If things get too much, we might have to flee. Alright, we do a rapid fire. Also, why is he so tanky? Like, I think that's a little unfair, no? Like, why does he have 8000 HP? Isn't that a little much? This boss is impossible to kill with Luke. It's not impossible. It's just annoying. It's definitely annoying. You do have an easier time if you play somebody like Tressa, because with Tressa at least you can like play a Tressa dagger, then a Luke bullet, Tressa dagger, Luke bullet, Tressa dagger, Luke bullet. But yeah, especially with us breaking down in the middle of it, it is most certainly not the not the easiest thing in the world, huh? Wait, did I play 2 cards in a row? No, I didn't, right? Should be fine. But yeah, damn, we probably have to flee. We just don't. Why is he regenerating as well? At the end of the turn, recover X percentage of max HP. Yeah, please get me out of here. Alright, we made it. So, what now? Another elite. Yikes. Yikes. We dip, exactly. There's no point trying to force a fight that we're just going to lose anyway. Yeah. Let's do a hand refresh here. Then you use the Luke ult. Regenerative on Synectis is RIP. I mean, if you're playing main DPS plus sub DPS, or if you're not playing somebody like Luke who has to generate 1,000,000 bullets to actually do shit, you can definitely deal with this whole thing a lot easier. But yeah, that's not the case for us, right? This is kind of the deck we're currently running, and that's what we have to deal with. For Rin, are we targeting move epiphanies or some divine cost reduction or annihilation? The best card on Rin is definitely the move card combined. Like, the best card is by far the move card combined with the 1 AP gain. Like, if you want to target a very, very specific card with epiphany and a godly on top, you want the move card with gain 1 AP. By far the strongest. Alright, so we said we were gonna work on a Mika deck. So let's work on a Mika deck then. We kind of just have to hope. Just have to hope a little that we get that we get the copy option. Like, there's 2 targets which would be fine for us to copy. Either A, Source of Water, which would be the preferred option, or B, Tactical Analysis. Both of them would be fine, because the Tactical Analysis is still a 0-cost card that gives us 2 wave. 2 wave is 2/3 of an AP, so even that would be alright. Yeah. What weapon do I like in the Mika build? I really like the Void chess piece, you know, the one that allows you to get rid of 3 cards at the beginning of a run. That's not quite a weapon, but that's the one I like the most. And then, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. I don't really think there exists a lot of like good support weapons. Maybe if we beat Cthulhu, getting like the dagger that gives an ally 8% attack, that could have been potentially a good option. Is there any way to preview card motion? Yeah, that's not on the official CCN website. Which character is not on the official CZN website that you want to preview the card motion for? Like, who would that be? Who would be a character that's not on the CZN website that you want to remove, review the, you know what I mean, right? Who would that be? Ray and Karen are not on the website? Ooh, I never noticed. Should have paid attention. No, I don't think there's a way. You could potentially look it up on YouTube to see if there's somebody that already uploaded a video like that. Why Luke Chaos run again? Because Luke is going to be my carry, but we're mainly looking for Mika and Casius decks. But I also still wouldn't mind, right? Like, I still would like the possibility of getting the 0 cost retrieve. It's just, Luke is definitely on the lower end of the priority list on what we would like to target this run. But I feel like we have quite the good outlook on getting a pretty good Mika deck this run. We have a nice Forbidden card. We have the right Epiphany. Now we just kind of have to hope that we get it as a... yeah, that we get it as an option to actually duplicate the 3 cost exhaust. And then we should mainly be fine as well. Pridwin has them. Nice. That's good. Where can you see all godly epiphanies? There's a website, but I forgot the website again. I don't usually go to it. But all the godly epiphanies I can think of are, in order: 1 AP, 1 draw, 1 cost reduction, coordinated attack, weakness attack, agony, increased healing, increased shield, increased damage. There's like 12. There's like 12 different ones. Shizuru's cards are on the official website. Vulnerable, yeah, vulnerable on hit. I know that there's 12. Okay, there's 12 different ones, people. Let's see if we can get them from memory, okay? There's 12 different ones. We have +1 AP. Let me quickly get the pen thing on. And excuse my heavily ugly handwriting, but hey, you gotta live with that. Hee. Godly. That's why is that a capital D? That doesn't even make any sense. Godly epiphs, huh? Epiphanies. Ay. We have +1 AP, 1 draw. We have 1 AP, 1 draw, -1 cost, plus damage, shield, healing. Okay, that's 6. Then we have the epiphany. No, not the epiphany. What's the word? I can't think of the right word. Not epiphany. It would have been vulnerable. Whoops. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, we have plus agony. Plus vulnerable. Co-O dot attack. What else are we missing? When will the kit be announced? Apparently it's going to be on Tuesday. The day before she releases. Morale? Oh yeah, one morale, one resolve, but that one's usually only on upgrade cards. Yeah, no, I think it's only on upgrade cards. Plus one morale. Plus one resolve. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 5, 7, 10. We're missing 2 more. Oh, tenacity damage, yeah. Plus tenacity damage. And weakness, yeah. Weakness attack. Those should be all the options. We have 1 AP, 1 draw, -1 cost, damage, shield, healing increase, agony, vulnerable, coordinated attack, morale, resolve, tenacity damage, and weakness attack. Yeah. If anybody wants to, go back in time and screenshot it. But we have a run to beat. Haha. Alright. Yeah. Yesterday someone asked what's my mouse. The thing I'm currently using is a... Let me see. I don't know the exact model. I can check for you if you care that much about it. It's a... Come on. Give me... A Inspiroi H10060p is what I'm using. How are we doing today? We're feeling pretty good. We are hopefully going to feel even better by getting a really sweet Mika build out of this run. Because if we get a good enough Mika build, then we're basically done. Like the moment we get a good Mika build that is like so good that all the other problems become non-existent, then I can just use that build together with my Luke and my already built Casius. And I would have a lot less issues, because I'd be done, you know? All I want for Christmas is Serenius. Same, who doesn't? Alright. Give me the three exhaust AP. Come on. Close. Surely it was very close. Makes me wonder if that build is already good enough. So we get ourselves our attunement right here. So we could now technically leave at any point in time. And we would keep our deck. This is our current Mika deck. Only has 5 cards. And what we could do is we could delete the water barrier, and the moment we do, we could quit the run. Because we haven't yet gotten the purple card. Yes, Inspiroi 1060p. Yes, yes. Alright, yeah, so we could go down here, hope we don't get the Mika card. Go to the question mark, go to the shop, sell the card, and then just leave. Oh, Whirlpool! We also avoided Whirlpool, you're right. So, is there a Mika Epiphany this run? No. No, there is. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's... Okay, what do we do here, people? We could... But we should be able to sell at minimum 1 more card. This is a gamble. We would have to bet on the question mark event being something good. Yeah, it's 100% guaranteed to be a new card. So our best option here might just be to quit. Wait, but what if it's Deluge? What if it's Deluge and we sell the water barrier? Like Deluge would at least be 1 cost 1 wave, whereas water barrier is just 1 cost no wave. Right? It is indeed 50-50. Yeah, we gamble. Alright. I trust you. Go for the loot. Oh, yeah, true. True. We can just get the epiphany and then undo the last action if we don't like it. You a smart one. You a smart fella. I didn't even think of that. You can indeed undo taking epiphanies. At least for the last action. You're right. You are right. Oh, divine. Give me more bullets. No, wait. Oh, shit. But now it's at the end of the fight. Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay, now we're actually cooked. Please don't let it be whirlwind. Please don't let it be whirlpool. Shit. Oh no. Gamba and we lose. Hey, maybe we get the best divine whirlpool in the history of ever. Right here. Maybe not. Trust the other shop. But yeah, no. Okay, so how much more do we gamble? We can now use this opportunity here to just sell the whirlpool, bringing us back to 0.0. In that, how long do we let this continue, right? Or maybe we could find like a gear bag. Oh, oh, this is a quit, no? Like, take the reorganize and then just yeet? Right? Like, how would our Mika deck look? We would have the 0 cost, 1 retain, forbidden card, reorganize, and a water barrier. Gearback would technically better because it doesn't cost us AP. You know the website that have all list encounters and all chaos? Try this. Yeah, if you want to, you can send the link on the Discord and ping me in it. Okay, people, we're going to gamble even further. Because now that we know how this whole shenanigan works with the... We can just undo our actions. We're going to go to the point where Mika gets another epiphany to see if it is a reorganized epiphany or a normal epiphany. And if not, we might even find a copy event before we get the deluge, right? So, haha, we're going to continue gambling and we'll see what happens. Oh, this is going to be expensive. Yeah, but we can reduce the cost of everything we have down by... Oh, no, we can't, because... Yeah, it just wasn't a very good turn. It just wasn't a very good turn. This turn will be better though. Is Chizuru confirmed as a void character? According to the website, she is. So most likely, yes. Alright, people, so our goal here is to quit before we get another Mika card. To hopefully encounter like the copy event before we do. Like if we're really lucky, we only get the epiphany on the final boss, and then we just don't do the final boss. But also, what's our current save data points looking like? So we have 20 for forbidden, we have 20 for reorganize, and we removed 2 basics. No, 1. Okay, so one of the basics is mutant sample, which means 0. This is 20, this is 40. We removed 2 other cards, right? 2 other basic cards, 1 attack, 1 whirlpool, making it 50. So we're currently on 90, which means we still have a decent amount of save data, like 70 left. But unfortunately, we cannot afford another cell, even if I wanted to. Doesn't this look like a Heart of the Ore Vein? What do you think? I feel like this really looks like a Heart of the Ore Vein. Hey, a Dimensional Tunnel. Huh. Okay. Wait, hey, we could get a Divine Reorganize. We could get a Divine Reorganize out of this one if we're lucky. What's the difference between seasonal decks and save data to do versus normal runs? It's only the content you can use them in. Okay, so it's not a Mika epiphany, which means this run is safe. Like the seasonal bosses and the new game mode on Wednesday, you just can't use these normal decks on. That's the only difference. But for example, for Hyperspace Basin, right? Hyperspace Basin, it doesn't make a difference. You can use whatever you want. You can farm it wherever you want. Okay, so... Ooh. Okay. Sure. So we should also have a whole bunch of epiphanies already, meaning it's that much more likely for us to get... Is this a Mika epiphany? Oh, no epiphany this fight. Perfect. And we should encounter the 3 what's their name? Not mercenaries, the 3 scientists. We should encounter the 3 scientists. So then 1 AP here. Draw me, stealth reload. So yeah, the chances for us to get a Divine Reorganize are actually pretty decent. And save data wise, we should be able to afford it. And we might even get enough currency for the shop. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, we do! Maybe we can even make it to a shop and sell the basic. Like, selling all basics is 100. The forbidden card is 20. The neutral card is 20. If the neutral card goes divine, that's... We are playing on tier 14, so we have 160. Come on! Reorganize, reorganize, reorganize. Should be really good chance. Ah, it's the dice trick of Casius. Okay, alright. But we could still make it to the shop and sell. Ooh. Confiscation would go kind of hard on Mika as well. And then... yeah, and then we just go to the shop and we just leave. This should be a really clean Mika save. Okay, we have to make it through one battle without hopefully getting... oh, we still have a Divine Epiphany here. Reorganize or... come, any of the two cards. Come on, come on, come on, come on. How? How? How is that possible? Surely our chances weren't that bad. Alright, one more fight. We need to survive one more fight where we do not get Deluge, okay? One more fight where we do not get Deluge. That'd be perfect. It's on reorganize, could mean either. Could be a Deluge, could be a reorganized Epiphany. We just have to gamble and find out, right? Like there's no way for us to know. We just have to play the card and see what happens. Yeah. It's Deluge, we see, right? We just play the card, and if it doesn't work the way it does, we just undo playing the card. Right? Like, if I don't like it, I just undo me ever having played the card in the first place. But we have to make sure we do it before we finish the fight. Because if we don't, then that'd be pretty dumb. Because then we can't undo the Epiphany, right? So... I see what it is. Yep, sure, let's do Joker into reorganize. It's Deluge. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. Okay, people. Now we need to do save data calculations, okay? Let's make sure we have everything in order so that taking Deluge is actually a good idea, right? We need to think about this. We don't have any copies. We only have 3 cards that are all worth 20 each. And removing Deluge is going to bring our save data cost to exactly 160. Our current cost should be 110, and the next remove should cost us 50, bringing us, because we've removed 3 cards, that would be 100, and we have a mutant sample, which is the 4th removal. Attunement is if you draw it in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter how you draw it. If you draw it, you get 1 draw, 1 AP. They can get epiphanies, but not if we quit, right? Exactly. So now the question is, what do we do? Do we change our water barrier for a Deluge? Is that better or worse? Right? Is much better. Yeah, okay, it is an upgrade and it would at least give us 1 wave. No, but it doesn't make a difference though, if we think about it. Because we can only get 2 wave from tactical analysis. We can only get then 1 wave from Deluge, which together makes 3, but we already start with 2. So Deluge wouldn't actually do anything for us. You mean forbidden cards are 20. Forbidden cards are 20. Yeah, I guess that's the only argument that goes. Deluge would be a deck thinner, yeah. I never intend to go past turn 1. My whole idea with this deck is to never make it past turn 1 in the first place, right? Like, the whole idea of this deck is to play 1 turn. That's the kind of Mika we're trying to build. Yeah, then it doesn't make a difference, exactly. Then it's exactly the same thing, yeah. No, but it is slightly better, because even if we do play Deluge, we would be able to not draw into it anymore. Yeah, but Reorganize isn't going to get an Epiphany. Reorganize is going to give us Deluge. So... yeah, we just take Deluge here, go to the shop, sell the card, and then just quit. We cannot carry on. Like, this is already the end of the run for us. Basically. But yeah, we could still find a good gear piece at the shop, I guess. Because we cannot risk. I mean, technically we could continue, right? But no, we cannot do anything with the continue. Like, if we get a copy, we stand to lose like an Epiphany or something stupid. The only thing we could get is maybe a nice gear piece at the next shop 1 over. But that's definitely not really worth it. If you want a 1-turn kill, is an initiation tag bad? That's also true. Getting Deluge into our hand, initiation, could get annoying, you're right. But, alright, we get rid of Deluge. No, we get rid of Water Barrier. Alright, let's see if we can find a half-decent weapon. Something to put on Mika. Yeah, no. I guess upgrade card damage. Alright, sure. Alright, let's see if we didn't miscalculate. If we copy, we go over our save data limit, right? We already gambled ourselves into a position where anything we get is too much, right? We already went so far, got so many specific choices that anything we get would have put us above the save data limit. And then we would have started losing stuff like, I don't know, losing a neutral card, losing an Epiphany, or something like that. You're finally done building your desired mail-in? Hey, congratulations. Yeah, but it should have been removal. I mean, we'll check out the deck and see if we miscalculated. Which would be quite funny if we did. Yeah, I saw it. We checked it out later. You are right, the first copy would indeed have cost us nothing. But I don't think we would have made it there. But yeah, you're right, we could have continued gambling, now that I think about it. But let's just see if the deck is at least the way we thought it was gonna be. Yeah, so the deck, we at least made it out with what we thought we wanted to make it out. I guess you're right, we could have gotten potentially another tactical analysis, another source of water. But if we got even a single epiphany on reorganize or confiscation, we would have been cooked. And I guess I just assumed we were going to get an epiphany before we hit like a copy event. So, yeah, we get ourselves superconductive protein, deluge, tactical analysis, eternal hunger. Alright, let's run it together with Luke and see how it goes. So, is this already the perfect Mika that we needed? Why does faint memory matter? At the moment we go above the limit, they are starting to undo the changes we made to our decks, which wouldn't be good. Alright, you just hit level 50. What should I prioritize after promoting your main DPS to 55? Potential partner memory fragments. Usually it's for the best if you're getting the character's unique potential at the top. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so we get rid of Deluge, we get rid of Joker, we get rid of Devil Dice, and we pray. Nice, we got ourselves Eternal Hunger, extra AP, which is huge. Now we can choose ourselves our quest card, which is going to be the 000. We can also use Rapid Fire at no cost. So we do that. Oh, it stays. It stays no cost. Retrieve plus Protein is disgusting. That's pretty good. Just hit level 50 yesterday. You can upgrade your characters to 60. You get your refund on the 3rd no matter what. Okay, so now that we have this out of the way, we can play Analysis to get more AP. We can play Reorganize to hopefully draw into another draw card. We play Devil Dice. Looking for a shuffle. Now we can look at our AP. We are on 8 AP. Now we can play our Stealth Reload. And then we can shuffle, potentially again drawing into Eternal Hunger, because it's now back in our... There it is again, another AP! You know, Casius Shuffle that moves all cards from hand and discard to draw pair and then draws you 5. Mwah! Fantastic card, I love it. Alright, now we have 7 fucking AP. That's a lot. So... let's play another Devil Dice. Yeah, I think we can get rid of Deluge. We have so much AP anyway. So now we can just play out these cards. And then... let's see what we draw if we draw ourselves 2. Okay, we get a Joker. We can use the Joker to just shuffle everything back into our deck again. Yeah, we get ourselves the shuffle. We shuffle everything back in. And we get another Forbidden Eternal Hunger for an extra AP. Sweet. Now we can get ourselves... This would be 2 draw. What other cards do we still have in our deck? Okay. We really want... but there's no way to get this back into our deck, so we just confiscate, draw 1. Get the devil dice, draw another one. Get the finisher round, now we're up to 7 cards. Do the double attack. To get stealth reload. Alright. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. And we shoot another shot here. We have 2 AP. One of them is gonna go towards Dancer the Demon. That's pretty good. Alright, now think about this. What if we had another, right? What if we had one more AP to potentially shoot another? No, you cannot play Hunger. If you play the Hunger card, it doesn't do anything. That's not how Hunger works. Right? Like, that's unfortunately not quite how it works. Alright, we have ourselves reorganize. But yeah, no, we really want to draw into the quest card early. The 0 cost for the 000, you are right. That at least could have helped. But no, something that could have been better is us not drawing the card and then drawing it through confiscation. That could have worked as well. But yeah. So, alright. Oh wait, we have 2 different forbidden cards in the deck though. Oh, that's a slight problem. I didn't even think of that. Okay, it's not technically a problem, it's actually a bonus. But I just have to play the card before I play the card, so I guarantee to draw the card that I want to. Alright, let's see. We still don't have the quest card though. But yeah, I mean 44 shots? That's quite sweet. Yes, okay. We have ourselves the upgrade card. Right here. We get the stealth reload for nothing. Yeah, and now we discard, throw everything back into the standard draw pile, get 1 extra AP. But now we're dead. No, wait, we're not dead. We can draw into the partner skill. We were at least close to like running out of draw power. Yeah, we're actually quite close to running out of draw power. Yeah. Sad. I mean, we do have a lot of draw power, but if we don't draw into anything that draws, then yeah, I guess that's us being cooked, huh? We finished it already, yeah. But now I'm just looking for an even more perfect turn and kind of trying to see how consistent this as a deck is, right? Kind of a bit of like limit testing, you could say. Alright. The best epiphany is, in my opinion, it's the one where you discard other combatant cards and create the flowers. It's just the biggest amount of flower generation. Right, I think here we draw into another shuffle. So we can get the card back into the draw pile. Yep. Now let's see what we can draw here. Perfect. Okay, let's get ourselves our draw 2 from our partner. Nice. This is 7. Okay, what we draw into here. Dance of the Demon. So we only get 2 draw out of this. Could be better. Could be worse. Yep. Okay. Let's get rid of this one. Yeah, and we basically pulled everything that we wanted to pull. Now we just have to make it work. So we're not going to be able to get rid of this card anymore anyway, so we just play it. I think we need one more space. But no, preferably we don't want one more space. Okay, so here we go. 1. Okay, then we get rid of this card, then we do our shots. Yep. 39, so we're missing 5 cards. I wonder why. We played 5 attack cards more last turn. Oh, rapid fire. We only used the rapid fire once this time. But look at this. This is the interaction we were looking for. We now have 203%, but if we use seize the opportunity, now we have 268%. And this should be, again, some sweet numbers. Yeah, good stuff. And then we also had a second one ready. If this guy had 70,000 HP, he still would have been killed. Even if my guy had 70,000 HP, we would have been able to beat him. Probably. But, okay, I haven't tried this on Kentrys yet. Let's see if Kentrys is any different. So, it's gonna be a little bit harder, because he puts this fucking thing into our deck. Yeah, we're still gonna go for like until we get the quest card. You don't need... okay, now you've seen the amount of shots we did, right? Do you want to see what would be the difference between having E0 and E1 Luke? Like, what's the difference between having E2 and E0 Luke here? This is once per turn. Okay, people? So the only change is 2 handgun bullets, which is 2 0-cost cards. And because we are basing our attacks based on attack cards and not bullets, you lose 2 hits. You lose 2 hits from a Dance of the Demon. Right? Like, you can still pull this off, even if you had E0 Luke. Just because of the fact that we're doing it all in one turn. Right, like this is the most important part. This 2 handgun bullets is kept at once per turn. What is important though, and I will mention it for you, is this one is interesting. When the assigned combatant uses 5 bullet cards, create the bullet. This thing does not have a cap. Right? This is part of this. So every 5 bullets we play, she does give us an additional one. So let's say we play 5 bullets, we get a 6th. We play 10, we get 2 additional, right? 11 and 12 if we play 10 or saves. We play 15, we get 3, and we play 20, we get 4 extra bullets, right? Like this is important at least to keep in mind. Again, it's only on the lower end of the attacks, but it is still part of this. And what's also, I guess, important is that our Casius could be even better. Oh, also, let me show you something interesting. You've seen standard Casius. Now, what if we play Casius as a DPS? Huh? What if we play Casius as a DPS? What kind of numbers is Casius gonna whip out, right? So, let's find ourselves a level 60 partner. Where are you? She should be around here. No, I think at the bottom, right? Because she's used. Here, we find ourselves a Scarlet for the attack bonus. And then we start cooking. Let's build ourselves a DPS Casius. So, we need instinct damage. Justice, passion, void, instinct damage. Sweet. And then we need crit chance right here with some crit damage. And right here. And then... because keep in mind, we're playing one turn. We don't care about no healing. Alright. So this is our DPS Casius stats. 43% crit chance on... oh wait, the set is not complete. Ah, because of the goblet. The goblet is different. So to complete this set, we just swap the ideal, I think, to... let's see. This one from Luke would be quite good, but now we just pick this one. So this is our Casius. 43 on 33.8. I swear I would have assumed this to be higher, but... alright, let's see. 770 attack, 46 on 158. And let's just do the same run, and you should see some some sweeter numbers from Casius. So everything's the same. We just swapped the set. We just have to find a run where we get the 0-cost card early. Sweet. Just like this. Then we get ourselves our quest. Though this could have gone better, because now we need to use a shuffle without having the proper card on hand. This player saves a devil dice, get 1 AP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see. So this is just 70 damage for now. Let me play 1, 2. Okay, we don't go over cap, which is amazing. Now we are down to 8. We can use the draw. Wait, did I miscount? I must have. I thought we were down to 8 cards. Apparently we're not. Yeah, so let's undo the last bullet action. Now we can get the triple draw. And we just continue. So now we're down. Now we're already up to 361%. How many cards do we have in hand? 3, 6, 10. So we can play this one. You know what? Just for funsies, we can play one of those already. Just so we get some extra card space. So now we're on 413%. 503%. So he's already doing 1000 damage per 000. So this is a casual 3000 damage if he crits. Yep. And then we just continue. I think here we probably use the Joker to find ourselves the Forbidden Eternal Hunger, to then shuffle them all away. To play out this card. To get some more shots in. Another 000, already up to 900%. Look at the damage he's now doing. 1800 on a crit. Unfortunately, we don't have enough for the last stealth reload due to how we played the fight. But yeah, and then here, this last one. 1222 damage, no crit. Right? And that just keeps going. The more cards you play, the more quest cards you get, the stronger this one card becomes. Like, Casius can become really scary. And then we obviously have like our finisher and Dance of the Demon, and he's gonna die, right? Because there are going to be some crits in here. So yeah, Casius can become pretty damn scary if you just give him some AP, because he's just going to casually throw out 600, 700, 800, 900% damage, right? Like, those are some really high multipliers, and we aren't even playing the perfect Casius yet. Now, what do I mean by that? The perfect Casius has this card. Look at this. When a quest is completed, create the quest card. No, you don't. If you build the same deck or a deck that functions similarly, you can do it at E0. So, you can use, like, if we get an additional quest card, think about it. We could get this card, which helps us stacking. We can get this card, which just heals us a bit, helps with the attack stacking. We could get this one, which gives us a 40% damage boost, as well as also Resolve and Fortitude. Or we get a free draw, right? Like, Dice Trick combined with fulfilling his 000 quest multiple times, it just keeps on stacking. It just keeps on stacking, creating even crazier effects, right? So now that I look at it, like and also And also, this is still my dream card. Now think about a Casius. I want you to imagine, okay? Close your eyes. Not close your eyes, open your eyes. But think about a world in which Casius has this card multiple times. Think about a world where you have 2 or 3 or 4 copies of Devil Dice, 0 cost, triple retrieve. This is an additional, either per card, 4 hits, 4 attack cards, 4 draw, 0 cost. And every time you have a copy of this, it's 4 cards, 8 cards, 12 cards, 16. And these 16 hits further stack the 000 quest. They fulfill the quest. They increase the card. They increase the 0 multiplier. They increase Luke's Dance of the Demon hits. Like, holy shit. Like, this card is unbelievable. Yeah, and then now combine all of that together, and breaking 100,000 damage in a turn isn't that difficult. Breaking 100,000 damage in a turn now doesn't seem so dumb, does it? And that is no preparation turn 1. It is crazy. It is crazy what this man has in his pocket. Even the Foggy Crystal Ball, yes. And you know what? This isn't even the end. Now think about a world during which Mika has 2 of those. Huh? Or maybe Casius has a Forbidden Eternal Hunger as well. Now you have 2 cards that you could draw that give you 1 AP, 1 draw, right? Like, the potential, the ability, you know, it's crazy. There is so much power in this triple combination. And also, while we're on the note of glazing potential things that could happen, right? Look at our save data is good, but what if our save data had this? What if our save data had this? 0 cost retrieve. Every use of the rapid fire is 3 attack cards that cost you nothing, that give you 1 quest completion, that comes back to your hand. And if you have this 4 times, like, there is so much in here that we still haven't uncovered. And the best part is, no Veronica. That is the best part about this. That is the best part about this. No Veronica. Makes you smile, doesn't it? And you know what the beauty is? It doesn't have to be a what if. If we get a proper deck, it doesn't have to be a what if anymore. Like, the one Casius is real. Do you need a Janet? You do not need a Janet, but a Janet gives you anywhere from, I would say, 2 to 4 additional attack cards. One of my Mika's decks has Forbidden Eternal Hunger and the Chilling Godfather monster card. Sweet. Ah shit, our hand is full. We didn't get the 1 draw. Tough. Look at that damage that Casius is just whipping out. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And now we just shuffle everything back in. Get our cards some more. Alright, how do we get the most amount of AP out of this situation? So this card is a no-brainer. 0 cost, some extra damage, pretty sweet. Fulfills a quest, gives us some more damage. Now we hope that we draw into Eternal Hunger, I guess, Source of Water. Which we don't, but we do have the extra draw here. Nice. So now we can use the Rapid Fire here. Now we could use the Joker to put Eternal Hunger into our hand to get 1 AP, 1 draw. Use the Devil Dice to get another draw. Use the... yeah, let's see. And then we do need 1 cost more for the shuffle still. So technically our best bet is shuffling here. Yep, but now we have 2 AP. And we can just finish it with 2 Dances of the Demon, right? Obviously, like, we still need a little bit more, right? It's not like our deck is perfect, but this is at least gonna be a bunch of shots. Look at this. It's at least gonna be a bunch of shots. And the beauty is, if you play 2 Dances of a Demon in a row, it just doesn't stop. I think that was just, what, like 60 shots? Hey, and look who they made MVP. It's not even Luke. It's not even Luke they gave MVP to. So yeah, the potential here, it's such a fun deck to play as well. And it's not anything crazy, right? This Mika deck has a monster card, a confiscation, and a 3-cost Source of Water. And we didn't even draw into the Source of Water last turn, right? We didn't even draw into this. Our Casius, on the other hand, has a normal Epiphany 3 times, a Pop-Eyed Popper, a Shuffle twice, and not even an Epiphany on the dice trick, with the Sphere of Randomness that we got from Cthulhu Lulu. And our Luke has 2 Godly Epiphanies, 1 Exhaust Epiphany, 1 Retrieve, and yeah, 2 shots combined with, I guess, a Portrait of Fury. Huh? Can Yuki do that with multiple hits, thingy? That's the question, right? Can Yuki do 40,000 damage by playing 0-cost cards? Obviously not, because she doesn't play 0-cost cards, right? That's just Casius being Casius. But yeah. And also what some of you might not have realized, every time we complete a quest, look at this. One of the reasons why we do so much damage is, look at this. On quest completion, gain 1 morale. Right? So every time we play 3 0-cost cards, we gain a morale. And this goes to like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever, depending on how many cards we play, right? Depending on how many cards we play, we get more morale. And that's also why I really want this card. Like, if I've never wanted a card so much in my life, besides Devil Dice with a Godly Epiphany. Like, this is truly what I dream of at night. You know, when I go to sleep, Devil Dice at 0 cost is what my dreams are about. In it, we just finished our Mika build, so now we are able to comfortably one-shot Family Head. But we still have so much potential. we can still get a better Luke build. We could get a better Mika build. We could get a better Casius build. Like, there is still so much for us to do. It's kind of fancy. You didn't play any other deck besides Yuki, Veronica, Nia? Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about it, don't you worry. That's the reason why I've been farming so much the last couple days. Just trying to, you obviously need something that you can show off to people, that you can explain to people. Like, if you just talk about it theoretically, it just doesn't have the same impact. One cheeky pull. One cheeky pull. Scam. Hey, we got 14 thingy things. That's good. Alright. Hey, look, my Casius can cook. Yes. Not scammed? No, it's okay. Why don't you swap Mika with Ray with godly AP on exhaust? We don't have enough. Like, sure, it could work, but I would need to get, like, I don't have a good seasonal Ray with the godly epiphany that also has the forbidden card that gives us 1 AP every time we draw it. Like, unfortunately, I just don't have a really good seasonal Ray, I think. Yeah. When's the rework happening for her car? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It feels like it's gonna happen after her banner runs out, which I find a bit weird. But what am I gonna do about it, you know? Tomoyo. No, the new character kit should be Tuesday. Tuesday. Alright, somebody told me we could look at the map before we go through the fight, and he's right. There is no forbidden tunnel in here, which means there's no need for us to play this map. When is the update that is giving us back the resources? 3rd. December 3rd. Wednesday. No, she comes out 13th. 3rd. December 3rd. It's all events always happen on a Wednesday in this game. Like, new season start, new character release, everything like that always happens on a Wednesday. Now, if you want to know why, I don't know. No clue. Couldn't tell you. But for some reason, it always happens on a Wednesday. Right? Game released on a Wednesday. Season 1 started on a Wednesday. Yuki's banner ends on a Wednesday. Shizuru's banner comes out on a Wednesday. Big patches, like for example the change to the chaos and stuff like that, happened on a Wednesday. Am I gonna cover Arknight's Enfield? Maybe. I'm not gonna cover the beta though. You need to share a screenshot with me? Sure. Am I part of the stream on the 12th, on December 2nd? I don't think I am. Like, unless they're going to send me a message. To my knowledge, I am not part of December 2nd's live stream. Didn't Banner have a delay at the end? Yeah, they delayed it so that it's going to be there for the time until the season started, because it was going to end a little early for some reason, yeah. Yo, Emiran, what's up? Hey, Remnants of Failure. What do you think, Casius or Mika? Who are we gonna build a deck for this run the most likely? Casius or Mika? I feel like probably Casius, right? Like, if we, you know, if we could just hit that one epiphany... if we could just hit that one epiphany, then I'm not about to go insane. I just need that one epiphany. that one tiny epiphany. Oh, fuck. I just remember we're playing DPS Casius. we're playing DPS Casius in Chaos. Luckily for us, we at least have Mika on our side, because Casius has already all his attack cards removed. Yeah, DPS Casius in Chaos, huh? We are Wilden. What title? Oh, Divine, come on! It's no. If this Divine Epiphany for 0 cost was on Rapid Fire 3 cost, things would have looked a little different. But you know, this is also the fun about it. Like, I tell you, now that I'm building 3 characters every run, rather than just 1 character every run, I am that much happier. Like, I was getting a little sad, like going in building only 1 character. If you have multiple characters that all have cards that could turn into a deck that you're interested in, all of a sudden things are that much more exciting, because I'm really looking forward to getting into any single, into every tunnel, right? Every tunnel, and in every tunnel I have a chance that any of my cards gets the Divine Epiphany, which then could open up that character as the character I want to build for the run. You couldn't get it to copy... Hey, but already copying it twice is huge. Oh, and also what I like about Luke is Luke has 2 ways to build him, and I think both of them are equally as good. You can build Luke either with the Rapid Fire, but you can also build him with the Exhaust card. And that's what I like about Luke as well. You missed all 3. Oh. Aww. You're guaranteed a copy event at bosses? Yes, but you're not guaranteed to copy the card that you want to copy, right? That's the smaller issue. No. It's not really bad. It just means you got unlucky. And it's not that uncommon. What you cannot get 5. You cannot get 5 copies of a card. It's impossible. Unless you use a Spirit Keyfox monster card to copy whatever, right? Like, it's impossible for you to get a card 5 times. 3 cost exhaust? No. So this is not a Mika deck. Like, by no means is this a Mika deck that is good for us, because we really want the exhaust. 5 events, dude, not 5 copies. Let me see, what am I missing? Why would there be 5 events? Like, you get the first copy at the first boss, then you have the ore vein, which has 2 variants, but you can only get one of the variants per run, and then lastly you have... Yeah, and then lastly you have the final boss, right? So how's that 5 events? I'm probably missing something obvious. Hehe. Veronica, my unique cards queen, always coming in clutch in the copies. Ah, it's true. But I'm very happy I didn't build my Mika deck with the Veronica in mind. Is that Casius peeking in Maribel's Hot Springs background? Have you seen it? That seems like a very heavy... what do you call it? A very heavy accusation. That you accuse Casius of spying on Maribel in the hot springs. Alright, equipment, obsidian sword. Yeah, we can take an obsidian sword. Casius plus Maribel in hot spring. I don't need to envision it, okay? I'm fine the way I am for now. Is there any character that you don't like the playstyle of? No. I could see myself playing any playstyle. He's not a skeleton. He's a robot. Check it. He's there on the wall, lol. I will check it. Owen in Hot Spring when? Ah, come on, man. Things about to turn degen. Now we should be getting close to the Forbidden Tunnel, right? Blah blah blah, impartial, blah 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 blah. Yeah, give me some credits. Boop boop up, beep beep boop boop. Beep 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 bop boop. Alright. Good stuff. Yeah, should be here, right? Going up. I hope we didn't miss it. We didn't miss it. Nice. Beep beep boop boop. Luke and Lucas in Hot Spring, they are brothers. Please don't. Okay? How about no? Leave them out of that. Step bros? No. They are, I think they are genetically related. So please don't. Thank you very much. Okay. Give us the devil dice. Give us the devil dice. We can, oh, we can even select. I think this should be the select event. Oh shit. Oh shit. Devil dice is real. Devil dice is real. Come on. Bring it home. Bring it home! Bring it home! Come on, give me the retrieve! Give me the retrieve devil dice! Come on! Come on! Come on! Please! Alright, we tried. Unfortunate. Man, yeah, it's basically reset time, but that's the beauty of it. We can now be like, okay, sure, we can't, like, we didn't get a good Luke. We had a godly chance for Luke this battle. We had a godly chance for Casius. We had a godly chance for Mika. None of them actually got any crazy cards. So we're just like, hey, it is what it is. Dance of the Demon Bullet extra hits bad. Dance of the Demon extra hits really good. So there's 2 options, right? If you shoot a bunch of bullets by having like the 0 cost retrieve, like if you get this at 0 cost divine, or if you just have a bunch of rapid fires giving you bullets, you can use the bullet one, but just from the amount of hits, the attack card one is better. But this one is fine as well, right? Like if I had to rank them, this would be 1 and this would be 2. But it has better damage, so it also works better with multiplicative damage increases. It just depends on how many bullets you're shooting. Wallpaper check time. I don't have the Maribel wallpaper, believe it or not. Is it reset? No, it's... oh, fuck. We're 10 minutes before reset. I need to get my refreshes in. Boop. 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 Saved. Does anybody know? Does Judas attack you during your turn? He probably does, right? So we would have to bring Wanderer of the Void if we wanted to Can we one-shot the weekly boss? You know, the damage reduction one? This one? Like, can we turn 1k this guy, Wailing Prodigy? Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can turn 1, beat Wailing Prodigy. That sounds like a good use of my time and my stamina. So we have the Casius build ready. We have the... no, this is the wrong one. This one it is. Let's make that a favorite. This build ready. And Luke has his as well. Alright, let's see. If you overkill while in phase 1, he doesn't die though. Ah. Pain. That's sad. But we can still make his life hell. Right? So that's gotta be worth something. One, two, three, four. Hey, I'm not aiming at this guy. Yeah, I haven't ever really taken a look at these ads. Now that I do, they are certainly questionable, okay? I'll admit, they are at least eyebrow raising. Wait, but if he doesn't die, doesn't that mean we can do full damage to see what's the top end potential of our damage? He does change. Hey, who said he doesn't change? Hey, hey, who said he doesn't change? He does. Now this is good and bad for us. Oh, look at the Casius damage! Look at the Casius damage. 32 shots at oof. The reason why we're doing even more damage here is because you have to keep in mind the bosses we're fighting have damage reduction. Okay, what kind of card can we pull? Stave reload has to be. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Now, how do we get the most amount of extra damage? I think this is all we can do here. Let's go! So what a turn 1, huh? What a turn 1. And we had so many cards left to play. We had so many cards still left to play. We had so much AP still left to play. You think he's dead? I doubt it. I wouldn't be so sure about that. But yeah, we still had, is E0 Luke better than E2 Renoa? If you get the Casius setup, like if you play what we're playing, the 0 cost Casius, yes. If not, no. He had a family, did he? His family looked a little suspicious. They wanted to get me demonetized with the way they looked. So I'm not, you know, I'm not too crushed about having annihilated him from this life. Yeah, the 20-time tap just to make sure that he's dead. Exactly. And the beauty is you can chain 2 of those together. You can just get like an 80 hitter. Alright, let's do another. You know what the beauty is? This isn't even Exodia. Like, this deck is 70% complete. We had like 70% potential, and there's still so much room to improve to make this deck even more disgusting. Yeah, hey look, we do have a double Dance of the Demon, right? So we do have a double Dance of the Demon, and the story behind this Dance of the Demon, for those of you that weren't there yesterday, this Dance of the Demon is a copy, but not it was copied before it epiphanied. So we actually hit the same epiphany twice, and we both times had the chance to get a godly one, but we didn't get a good one. The ads watching the mom getting shot. What are you gonna do about it? Yes, yes, we gambled and we hit. This is the deck that came out of that gamble run yesterday. It was such a relief to make it out of that run. And the great part is we're playing unconventional Luke. We're playing stealth reload Luke rather than rapid fire Luke. But depending on your epiphany, right, both of them can work. This wasn't the deck you wanted, but it's the one we needed. Exactly. The weapon that we have on him works so long as we have at minimum 4 cards in hand. Yes. And because we're drawing so many cards and creating so many cards, we are usually always getting the Mutant Predator Spike upgrade. So long as we have 4 cards and the card we play is the 4th card, it gets the 30% damage bonus. So yeah, we have the 30% multiplicative, which on bullets isn't that great, but it's at least like an 18% increase to Dance of the Demon, and we have the plus 25 Amorphous Cube. And how do you have enough AP to play it on turn 1? Here's our secret. We have Superconductive Protein to reduce the cost of 1 card to 0. We have 3 AP Exhaust Mika. If possible, I would have liked to have 1 or 2 copies of it, making it 3/6 AP. So this is the 3 AP here. This Tactical Analysis gives us 4 AP. And then this card, together with Casius, we play this card around 2 or 3 times in 1 turn, giving us 3 extra AP and 3 extra draw. And the way we do that is by having Forbidden Hunger on our hand and shuffling it back into our deck with the shuffle to then be able to draw it again. Yeah. And then we have some other 0 cost cards, the 0 cost quest card and stuff. And also, the deck could be even more nasty. If only we could get the dice trick upgrade. Because then we're talking double the morale, more card draw, more cards played, more hits, more damage. But yeah, am I gonna do Dimensional Twilight Cycle guides? You know what the fun part is? Can you? I mean, let's play the first stage of Dimensional Twilight with our turn 1 deck. This shit is just gonna be silly. Like, we're just gonna take Luke. Oh no, wait, let's actually play a different Luke. I wanted to try something else out. Let me show you a different Luke. We're going to play Luke, Amir, Selena. I know it's only level 35, but it's more like proof of concept, and we're going to run this very specific Luke deck here. And now we're going to use solo Luke against phase 1 of the fight. And the way this works is we don't have any cards from anybody else outside of Luke. That's the whole shenanigan here. So we play our 2 upgrade cards. And then we just get to town. And now every single turn we are drawing the exact same 5 cards on our hand that we can play in the same rotation to get the same result. It's a silly way to play, but I do find it at least a little humorous. You know, it has a certain something. Yeah, so that would kind of be my plan probably to get through this. Yeah, it's an insane Emir deck. I know. It's truly insane. Insane. So the secret to getting an empty deck is you just quit after the first waypoint. You sell all your cards, and then you quit the moment you get to the first waypoint, and then you are able to keep it like this, right? So you go in, you try to not get any epiphanies on the character, sell everything with a sell 2 event at the start of the run, with a shop and a sell event, and then you're done. It takes you like, I don't know, maybe 20 to 30 minutes if you wanted to. But the easiest time you have if you play this on difficulty 14 with 170 save data. Do you think bullet extra sensitive demons can deal high damage in one turn? It can deal high damage, but the problem is the synergy between Casius and the attack card is just so big that you would probably lose maybe like 20% total damage out of a dance. That's the demon, maybe 30. But no, it all depends on the quality of your Luke deck. The better your Luke deck, the better the 90% bullet hitter. Who else could make use of 2 empty decks on a team? Nobody can really make use of 2 empty decks, but a lot of characters can make use of 1 empty deck. Like for example, Veronica Maylin with the empty deck allows you to just play the whole deck. But then again, why would you play with empty decks if you could also play the way we do and just play your whole deck in one turn, right? Like, you could say empty decks are a shortcut. I think we bugged the game. I think we're cooked. Anybody sees an escape here? We're fucked. I am trapped inside the simulation. There is no escape out of this. Oh, the escape button works. Oh, I never knew the escape button actually does anything. Huh. Haha, so there are keybinds. There are keybinds. You can press the escape button. Wow. Wow. This is some fantastic keybinds, man. They're really creative with this one. Trapped inside of a simulation like the rest of you. True and real. Alright, let's do another chaos attempt. And see if we can get a Lucas. See, and you know what the great part is? It feels so good to farm for this deck. Because if I go in with this team, I could walk out with a Casius deck, a Mika deck, or a Luke deck, Just depending on what kind of cards we find in the run. Oh. The game crashed. I'm not kidding. The game ended itself. Maybe pressing escape too much was, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, you can't escape that. So, yeah, the game just died. It just ended itself. It was like, okay, bro, no more. How to unlock higher difficulties in SaveData tier? I'm a level 50, difficulty 5, tier 5. You mean in the Zero system? Chaos Zero Nightmare for you. So, if you're playing Seasonal Chaos, if you beat difficulty 5, you unlock difficulty 6. Beat difficulty 6, you get difficulty 7. Beat difficulty 7, you get difficulty 8. And so on and so forth. But for the Zero system, you have to do something called Planet Promotion. And for Planet Promotion, you have to beat a planet that's level 48, 49, or 50 to unlock a planet that is level 61, 62, 63. So that you can like move into the next difficulty. Right? So you have to beat a planet at 47, 48, 49 to get a 51, 50, like a 50, 51, 52 planet. And the moment you beat that, you're good. But you cannot roll it. You have to just get there. Do you invest time in the story? Not a lot. And the reason why I don't invest a lot of time in the story is because we already have it confirmed that they're going to rework it anyway. So why would I bother, right? Why would I bother with it if I also can just not do it? Right? If you don't unlock the level 30 from the story planets, does it not appear on the event chaos? Yes. If you don't have it unlocked through exploration, you cannot find it in the chaos. You wanted to see it before they changed it? I mean, it's still unchanged, so you can rewatch the whole story after you played it. So you get a blue port level 30. If you want the discard card, yes. How do you reach planet level 30 fast? Do things you haven't done before. Like, if you haven't fought the guy in an area yet, fight him. Like, if you go to a question mark area and you talk to someone, try to fight the guy. If you haven't yet ever picked up an item, pick the item. If you haven't ever picked like a convert option, pick the convert option. Do things you haven't done before, because those give you a higher boost to your exploration level. Why when you reset do you not get... I do get laziness, but I don't care about the buffs in the exterior. Is it faster on level 30 on Nightmare or just the same? It probably is slightly faster on Nightmare because you have a higher chance of encountering rare events, and rare events usually give you slightly more progression towards planet level. But also it's more difficult. So you could also just play on non-Nightmare a little faster. What are we looking for? We're looking for one remove option, either the one remove or double remove. And then we check out the map to see if there's a forbidden tunnel. So we're looking for a 1 or 2 remove. I don't really care about how many cards I can remove. I just want to remove a card. And I want to get a forbidden tunnel. Because I am doing divine hunting. I'm looking for as many chances as possible to get divine cards. So now we have select and remove 1, which is okay. And now we're going to go to the waypoint. You can see it right here. And now we're going to see if we have 2 question marks in a row, which we do right at the top over here. So that means this run is a send. So we go in, we delete the wild card, because it's probably the most useless card out of those here. The leadership fate is one I often try to get when I want to build a deck that removes most of basics. Yeah, one of the reasons why I don't gravitate as much towards it is because it makes it harder in the long run speaking to get the copies you want of cards. Because the basics that get turned into neutral cards can pop up as copy options, but it's something minor. I still think it's definitely good if you want to save yourself some AP or like some save data cost. It's definitely something good. Alright, nice. We have this one. We get a shuffle. Boom. Pretty sweet. Alright, so the key cards we're looking for here are Rapid Fire Epiphanies, Mika AP Epiphanies, the 1 AP upon draw Forbidden card, the 4 hit Forbidden card, the Devil Dice Epiphany, the Stealth Reload Epiphany, the technically I kind of wanted to try a tactical and I kind of wanted to try a specific tactical analysis card that could actually end up giving you more AP if you play it properly. But I'm probably not going to do that. Maybe I will. It depends on if we get the chance. Is 2/2 the best for Meilin? Yes. Basic damage, attack percent, and crit damage. We hit the Luge pretty early this time, huh? Yuki team suggestions. I really like you running Yuki Mika Ray. And if you're talking outside of the chaos, if you have Orlea, run Yuki and Orlea together. Yuki with Mika and Maribel, huh? Oh, Divine. Two bullets, one weaken, one draw. I mean, it's better than the base version, but I don't think that's one of those that I would like particularly want to like build a deck around. How much crit chance on Luke? 50%. 54.2% on Luke, plus 9% from the partner, so 63.2, but rapid fire, ooh, Divine. Okay, so at least for our purposes, this is the wrong, like for the deck that I'm looking for my Mika, I need the exhaust epiphany on the source of water. Because my if I had a cheaper Luke deck with, for example, the retain retrieve 0 cost, then it would be fine. But unfortunately, our deck is on the more expensive side, so we really do want that extra 3 AP instead of the instead of just 1 or 2 AP. Oh, and also the 2 AP recovery one doesn't work because we want to do this in one turn, which obviously means we're not going to get hit most of the time, right? Alright. Oh. Yo, yep, 3742, what's up? Welcome, welcome. So, cards that are still open for us to get something crazy on are Shuffle, Devil Dice, Rapid Fire. Yeah, I think Shuffle, Devil Dice and Rapid Fire are the only cards where we could still get something crazy this run. Who to run Meilin with in Chaos if you don't have Veronica? Meilin Mika is always a really good start. And then somebody like a Selena. Selena goes really good as a sub DPS for Veronica. If you haven't tried Meilin Selena yet, you should definitely give it a shot. But you could also run somebody like a Maribel for some extra passion. You could try out Ray. You could go Mika Ray, Mika Ray Meilin. Or as he suggested, you could also run Ray instead of Mika with Selena. That's possible as well. Ooh, Ether Treasure. It's not the greatest event ever, but it's quite decent. Yay! Yay! That helmet is actually really good on Casius. Like, the amount of card draw Casius has is kind of ridiculous. The amount of shields a Casius can get out of that headpiece is not to be underestimated. Alright, we got ourselves the Amorphous Cube for our Luke. Alright, we're close to the Forbidden Tunnel. So it's again gonna come down to us getting something good, potentially. Hakuna Matata, it seems about right. Isn't that translated to like, no worries, blah blah blah, something like that? Probably, right? What deck? Ooh, according to the epiphanies we currently have, no worries. Yeah, something like that, as I said. According to our current deck, we are trying to build a Casius. Yes, Amorphous Cube works for the whole battle. So we are currently trying to apparently build a Casius build. Due to the game deciding to already epiphany most of our epiphany targets, meaning we're going to go into the tunnel and we're going to get ourselves a Devil Dice. Maybe. It's a very good ring, yes. Especially for someone like Luke. It's pretty damn good. Do I recommend on focusing on one character per run? It depends. Like, if you're only playing one deck and you're only looking for one character's deck, it can get very repetitive and it can get very annoying. Like, for example, if you're only ever building just Meilin in a run and you don't get the Meilin epiphany you're looking for, that can get very frustrating. So I usually like to bring in 2 or 3 characters and then just have fate, right? Like, just have luck decide which character I'm going to build this run based on who gets like the best divine epiphany or... Oh! It's the pick one. Hey, people! If you have any luck to spare, for me, give me the devil dice, okay? If you have any luck left somewhere in your soul, we need it now. We need the 0 cost devil dice with retrieve. Come on. We're hitting the right card. We're getting a divine epiphany. Ah, sad. We just got some kind of like random devil dice. It is what it is. I don't think we can actually build anything more this run. We're still going to go one more time. Yeah. So the reason why we're finished with this run here is, let's have a look at our cards, okay? Stealth Reload already got an epiphany, but it's not an epiphany that I would consider building a run fully with. So Stealth Reload is out. Rapid Fire already got its epiphany. Seize the Opportunity is not game changing for us. We don't even have a Dance of the Demon. But also Dance of the Demon, as good as it is, it still needs a base loop that works. Our Mika already has her Source of Water. And as great as Tactical Analysis would be, I don't think there's a way for... We'll talk about tactical analysis after we quit here. But yeah, Devil Dice is gone, so I don't need a Devil Dice. And I mean, we could go for a Divine Shuffle, but we already had most of our Divine chances this run already. You can see we had a Divine on Stealth Reload. We had a Divine on Rapid Fire. We didn't pick it. We had a Divine on something else and we didn't pick it, and we had a Divine on Devil Dice, we didn't pick it. So I feel like our Divine luck is pretty much done already. So what I thought about right now is, I'm not quite sure how relevant that is and how strong this can be, but think of it from a one turn perspective. What if you had a Mika with this card? This is what I was currently thinking about. What if you had a Divine Mika, like just this card, or multiple copies of this card on a Mika, right? For a turn 1, where you're playing every single card of Mika anyway, then this could generate a whole bunch of wave, which would be a whole bunch of AP. But I'm not quite sure how valid that is. What are the game modes? Let's see. Okay, what game modes do we currently have? We have use 2 teams, rush the stages, beat the stages, Divine Basin, not Divine Basin, yeah, Hyperspace Basin, Dimensional Twilight. We have your weekly boss fights, and then yep, we have weekly boss fights, and then we have a double boss challenge with another boss in 11 days, and we're getting a new game mode called the Great Rift in 4 days and 7 hours, which should be kind of like a ranking, and then we have Chaos. Hi, I'm a new fan. What's the best team for Yuki for me? Me personally, the team I found the most successful with Yuki with was Yuki, Ray, Mika. Yuki for the buffs for the Yuki cards. Yeah, Ray for the buffs for the Yuki cards. Mika for the AP to make it happen. And Yuki to bring the damage. You have this card with the draw 1. Yeah, it could be enticing, huh? Which Frame Dragon Druid do you think is the best on Melee? You keep bouncing between a 30 bonus and the Passion Weakness versus the 30 crit that puts you at 80 crit. I would say it depends on your partner. Like, it might sound weird, but if you for whatever reason have Marion, then if you have Marion, then the 30% crit one is 100% the best one. Like, if you have a Marion on your Meilin, then the 30% crit chance is 100% the best one, because your basics still retain the weakness damage. And they get extra damage. And they get extra damage against a broken target. But if you're not running a Marion, it depends on the element, right? If your target is passion, this is no doubt the best one. But if your target isn't passion, you probably get the most damage out of the 30% with passion weakness. Yeah, I think that should be it. Is it better to use zero card deck Ray or just normal Ray in a team with Veronica and Meilin? You don't have to use the zero deck Ray, but think about the potential of a small deck Ray. Like, for example, what if you only have this card? What if you only have, let's say, this card? For one turn, increases basic damage by multiplicative 150%? Huh? Like, think about if you maybe just had the Strike at Darkness in there, or even just as an upgrade card, giving you the attack damage. Or, for example, this one, Resonating Darkness with the 1 cost or less upgrade, right? Like, and obviously if you have a Snack Time doesn't really count as a card, because it costs you nothing, draws you cards, and exhausts itself. So rather than a 0 card Ray, I would probably recommend something like a 2 or 3 card Ray. Is it ever worth to stall in Chaos runs to get more epiphanies, or do you get anyway when winning? You do not get any additional epiphanies. The moment you enter into a fight, your epiphanies are already decided. No matter how long you fight in a fight, you don't get more points towards your next epiphany, and as somebody else already said, you get your epiphanies at the end of the run anyway. You saw a run of a huge spreadsheet yesterday stating that Douglas does more damage on strikers than most 4-stars and 5-stars, specifically on Meilin. What do you think? I don't know. Like, I like people doing theoretical math, and I know that you're probably talking about Shizukira's video, but I think the moment you get like 1 or 2 copies into Lillian, it mostly becomes irrelevant. Like, just use Lillian instead. And if you have a Scarlet, just use Scarlet. That's the way I see it. But if you don't have a Lillian, and if you don't have a Scarlet, and you only have a Retoshka, then just use Douglas, right? Like, if you don't have Scarlet, and if you either just one Lillian or no Lillian at all, then just use Douglas, yeah. The same way that I find myself using Yuri quite a lot, just because this ego skill is quite overpowered. Draw 2. Like, play 3 EP, draw 2, say less, sign me up, you know? So that's kind of my opinions on that one. Like, for example, one advantage of Scarlet is... I think we currently have it on Casius, right? No, we don't have it on anyone. One advantage of Scarlet is her ego. Her ego can give you a... depending on how many buffs you have, right? To up to like a plus 100% damage increase to any of your cards for one turn. So especially when it comes to like burst turns, that is a huge amount of damage. Whereas Douglas, he would just do AoE damage. That depends, right? Depends on the scenario you use it in. And also the stats, the base stats are slightly higher. Sorry, I'm not listening to you right now. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. No, I am not going to show you, Scarlet, you degenerate. I would never, in the history of the ever, support such behavior from you. I am deeply, deeply disappointed. And I think it is very, very, very disgusting what you're doing. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I am very, very mad with you. And never, ever, ever should you say something like that again. Because we don't support that here. Yeah, I'm very, very disappointed in you. Alright. Let's, I mean, you can't focus like this, can you? So let's go back to the way it was, do we? Respectfully. All right, is everything back in order? Let's see. No, everything stays slightly too big. Right, this should be better. But yeah. Is Race E6 same as Morale stack? No, it's better. Race E6 is better than one Morale stack. That is because it's a multiplicative 20% increase rather than a plus 20. So think about it like this. If, let me give you an example, right? Let's make it simple. On a Rin. On a Rin, it's going to be 20% of 116, so it's going to be like a 23% damage increase. But on somebody like a Haru, on an anchor shot, let's say this anchor shot, on this anchor shot, it's actually a 64% damage increase. Why no Meilin? I don't have enough Meilins. That's why. Clearly, my reason for not building Meilin is because I don't have enough of her. Nah, I just don't want to. Have you made any videos about which upgrade card stack? It's so confusing. All upgrade cards stack, so long as they don't say once per turn. Between Mailin's Create Strike card, Epiphany and Move Strike, which one's generally better? The Move one. Because if you use the Move one, you don't create, the reason why the Move one is better than the Create is if you take longer than one turn, or if you shuffle your deck, all the extra strikes you've created could end up, you could say, clumping your hand, because these cards, they don't disappear after you play them. But if it's a one turn and you don't shuffle your deck, then you end up in the same scenario. Yuri better than Janet for a damage boost? No, not on a Luke though. On a Luke, I would take Janet every single day of the week. Week. Playing a lot of characters now, I would say that Rin is the most fun. She has beautiful animations, beautiful sound design, yes. How much? I don't know. Is that bad? The Rin upgrade card can't stack? Ask the devs. I wish I knew. Honestly, I have no idea. It should be able to. But this card also been bugged before they changed Rin after all, to the point where it didn't do anything at any point in time, so... How's the hunt going? Hey, the hunt went extremely well. We went in, we played one run, we got ourselves one Mika deck, and it was the final puzzle piece to us absolutely annihilating everything. Like, it's not a crazy deck, but it slotted in perfectly into our Luke and into our Casius deck, giving us our perfect one-turn kill rotation thing. Yeah. Would you know a good build or best build for Haru? Alright, so Haru is quite straightforward, okay? So with Haru, you only have one main plan. Haru's main plan is to use as many anchor shots as humanly possible, right? So out of all the anchor shots for Haru, you either run the stacking anchor shot, but you never want to copy an anchor shot. And the reason for that is because they would either stack separately, and you could also instead just copy the anchor pointer. We'll get to it in a second. But out of all the epiphanies, you probably either go with the stacking one, the combo one, or the return on crit one that also stacks. These three are kind of like your best options. And then that's your anchor shot. And what you want to do is you want to get as many anchor pointers as possible. And that is because you can always use the anchor pointer to get your anchor shot. So you don't need multiple anchor shots if you just have multiple anchor pointers. And you can also use anchor pointers to play an anchor shot multiple times in the same turn. So out of all these anchor pointers, this one goes really well with the critical hit epiphany, because if you run Haru in the crit amulet with the crit set on the crit anchor shot with the crit anchor pointer, you're very, very likely to crit. So that one just gives you really, really good fodder for the crit one. So you just have this one, so you can get yourself anchor pointer, use it, get it back, use it, get it back, get more. This one is not that great because it cannot give you an anchor shot, right? No matter what you do with this cannot give you one. It only allows you to play an anchor shot twice. Retain is decent, but better if you know that you don't have enough AP to play out all these anchor shots anyway. And this retrieve on anchor pointer allows you to play the anchor pointer twice to get the anchor shot back twice. So it's anchor shot, anchor pointer synergy, and these ones are pretty simple. They're just buff cards, right? This one is just multiply the damage of anchor shot by 30. This is multiply the damage by 70, but it makes it more costly. Out of the charge energy, this one is really good if you have a lot of Haru cards in hand, because it's plus 70 per Haru card in hand. This one is at least for the rest of the turn. This one is at least for the next card by 50. Let's see, attack cards. Yeah, this is for the next attack card. This is only for cards. But yeah, no, the most important part is anchor shots and anchor pointers. Power charge, you can sometimes even remove, but if you're looking for the best AoE power charge, it's probably this one. Just being overall effective against any single scenario. Do you know what the pretty modern masterpiece do? Is just get all 5 animated cards from one character. It's not get 5. It's like a, you know, if at some point in the future a character comes out and you want to instantly get card motions for them, you can then, here, you see, use the masterpiece to get one copy for the character without having to do the gacha. But due to the rates of it being a 3% chance, I don't recommend going for it. I recommend buying this every single month. You just get more shinies out of it. If I delete a basic card through an event, do they still cost 20? They still cost 20. You've never seen the crit anchor point until this point is crazy? That's indeed crazy. Alright, let's check out some Discord things, right? There were some people pinging us on Discord and the like. Alright, let's have a little bit of a look on Discord and see what you want to share what you want to share with me before we end the stream here. So, number one, this is a disgusting pull. Whoever pulled this, you should be ashamed of yourself, but no, congratulations on E1 Yuki and an E1 or E2 or whatever Hugo in the same pull. That is very order heavy. Then let's see, where else were we pinged? Right here, this is the website, right? For those of you curious, if you want to see it, this is a website where you can check all the encounters and what they give you. Where you can buy the dagger, decrease credits, blah, 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 blah. Right? So you can check all the events out on Laboratory Zero, Foretold Ruin, City of Mist. And these are like Godspark means you can pick the card you want to Godly Epiphany. Godspark Random is Godly Epiphany on a random card. Spark Random is Random Epiphany. Spark Select is Select Epiphany. And then Sparks or Epiphanies. Here you can check out the Divine Epiphanies. So I'll send you the link. The only Divine Epiphanies that exist are Increase Shield, Increase Healing, the one Morale. Oh, and you can also see on which card it works. You're never going to find Increased Healing or Increased Shield on a skill card, on an attack card. You can only get the reduced cost by 1 on a card that costs 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? You can only get 1 AP. This one is a bit wrong though. The 1 AP can appear on 0 cost cards. Yeah, and then these like for example, you can apparently never get draw 1 on a non-skill card. I guess that's interesting to know. But yeah, those are all the Godly Epiphanies, and if you check out the different gods, you realize they all have the same, right? So yeah, they all have the same epiphany. Alright, here, for those of you that want to check this out yourself, copy, swoop, swoop, that, link's too long. Does this work? No. What? Yeah, the link works. No, every god shares the same pool of blessings. I don't know if the design of the area... I think it doesn't. I think the design of the area doesn't actually tell you what you get. Here you can check out the gear pieces if you want to. I think you can also see where you get them. No, you can't. Maybe at some point in the future. Alright. Alright, what else did we get pinged on? What is this? Tresor deck. 40% damage increase to 0 cost cards. 25% damage increase for the whole duration of the fight. 1 AP curse card. 3 shadow daggers, draw 1 unsheathed dagger, a cursed gouge. The damage per agony, I think the plus agony damage would have been better, but it's still pretty sweet. And then the, oh, I guess it doesn't really make too much of a difference. And then the 4 shadow reload initiation. Not bad. Should I look for the reduce the cost of by 1 on Ray for this deck? Okay, so this is 1. Oh, this aggressive mutant is sweet. Draw 1 attack card plus 50 damage, 2 vulnerable, 1 AP twice. Forbidden Ecstasy, 50% damage increase. 0 cost Dark Mist Secret Art Annihilation with the double hitter. And a Dark Mist Secret Black Dance for the multi-hits. And triple copy of Secret Art Annihilation. Secret Art Destruction with the 30% plus 30 with the plus 40. Yeah, I would say so. WG, please help this work for 1 turn kill. Dance of the Demon Bullet extra hits. Dude, why would that not work? You have the fucking retrieve, 0 cost. Twice. So that's, let's see. That is 2 bullets, 4 bullets, 8 bullets. No cost whatsoever. That is 10 bullets, 12 bullets. 14 bullets, 16 bullets at 13%, 17 bullets on the 89% hitter. it could get a little tight. It might not be enough. But, no, this should still one-shot if you run him with the Casius though. You need to run him with the Casius though, so that every time you use rapid fire, you finish the quest, you get the morale, and you get the extra attack card for Casius. So yeah, so long as you run this with the Casius, you should be able to one-turn with this. Best Veronica deck, what do we have? Draw 2 other at 0, draw 2 other at 0, at 0 with triple Kowalski, so we have 8 draw for nothing. The upgrade card, and a forbidden cost, and the event, and the increased damage, and the extra damage upon card draw. That is a magnificent deck. Maybe the only complaint, if I had to have a complaint, would probably be you most likely would have liked to get like a 1 AP epiphany on the repos and multi copies, but no, this is still pretty damn good. This is still pretty fucking good. Like, this is a really, really good Veronica deck that you can slot in pretty much anywhere. That's a sweet deck. Sweet deck. Okay, what do we have here? What is this? Okay, we have the Great Sword Aquila with Vulnerable. Using the AoE attack to gain 574 shield. Okay. Where's the shield come from? This doesn't have shield. Let's see, what did he say is the reason to get the shield? Khalib vulnerable plus with shield build with revelations of futility. Oh no, there is shield on there. Huh, okay. Wait. Yeah, oh yeah, this is the great sword. So there is a shield on the Vulture. 139% shield with 1 silver veil and 2 vulnerable. Sweet. That's pretty sweet. Alright peeps, I think this is it. We're going to do more Casius farming or whatever. But what you can look forward to if you're interested in that, I will cover Casius and Luke. Maybe I'll even give Casius his own video, depending on how we look at it. And yeah, we do some more farming tomorrow. I'm just pretty damn happy that we got this Mika deck so quickly. It legit only took us 1 run. For Veronica, we'll just go 2-piece, and then just run another 2-piece if you feel like it. I make a song? Yeah, probably. If you haven't yet, you can subscribe. If you feel like it, you can become a member. If you want to, you can join the Discord. Links in the description as well. And yeah. I can't fucking wait for Yuki. Shizuru.